Hello, hope you're having a great day. Now, this morning, when my beautiful girlfriend Kat woke me up so that I could take her to work and have use of her car, I basically decided that I didn't need her car today, so I let her go to work on her own. Because, I've got so much stuff that I need to do here at home that, I genuinely don't need her car. It would have been better because it would have given me the option to go to the gym early before I pick her up from work, but I think I've got so much stuff to do today that's not going to be a possibility anyway. Now, obviously, I will acknowledge and accept that part of the reason that I decided to not take her to work is, my lazy mind wanting me to stay in bed. But, I was thinking about it yesterday and saying to Kat that, I might not get up and take her to work. Taking her to work is kind of like a cheat code, and it's one way that I can guarantee that I get up early, right, and stay up. But, I can't carry on only being able to get up when I've got that cheat code. But this morning decided to stay in bed until 8:30, and I got up at 8:30, and then I've just been cracking on with my morning routine, trying to get through it without any sort of stalling. One thing that's annoying about this time of year, it's cold, right, in the morning. So not only is it a little bit harder to get out of bed, but also I need to put on a load of layers before I go for my walk around the block. And then I've got to come home and take all those layers off because, I don't want to be sitting here doing my journaling and my meditation with my thermals on. So that adds a bit of time. But, it is what it is. Now, while I was on my walk today, I was listening to a podcast. It's the Peter Attia podcast. And he had a guy on called Arthur Brooks. And they were talking about our emotions, and sort of diving deep into the sort of science behind them and, talking about why we've evolved to have certain emotions. As it happens, apparently there's 6 natural emotions and 4 of them are negative and 2 of them are positive. So maybe that explains why there's so many negative people in the world. But the truth is that negative emotions, like fear and stuff, are what would have saved us. Fear is what would have kept you away from predators and etc. So it sort of makes sense why we have more negative emotions than we do positive emotions. But I haven't listened to the whole podcast, but it's really interesting them talking about evolutionarily why we've got these emotions. It also started talking about how different people have got different strengths of different emotions. That's probably not the right way to explain it, but a lot of that is hereditary. Now I'm a big believer that although your personality, your natural personality, will be sort of formed from those hereditary ways in which emotions work in you, I'm all about believing that you can change your personality. You can be the kind of person you want to be. You're not sort of locked into your natural personality. But, it's interesting to sort of hear the science behind, your emotions and what makes your natural personality, right? And the guy was saying, actually, on his website, there's a test you can do to see whereabouts you are in that sort of spectrum, if that's the right word, of how strong each one of your emotions is. And you can kind of use that as a way to move forward and, adjust how you live to make that natural makeup of yours not hinder you, I guess. Really, really interesting. I do like listening to some of these podcasts where, it is kind of, scientific stuff that sort of does go over your head. But, in these podcasts, I find that a lot of the time they are explaining it in a way that, non-scientists like myself can understand it. And it's just another example to gain knowledge, whilst I'm going for my walk around the block. If you keep listening to the same stuff, you're going to continue to be the same person. So don't be afraid, whilst you're scrolling through YouTube or whatever, looking for podcasts, don't be afraid to watch something that is something that you've never really looked at before, or something that you might consider you're not interested in. It doesn't matter. The act of gaining knowledge is going to turn you into a cleverer person, turn you into a better person. And it's a key part of self-improvement. The more you practice gaining new knowledge, the more you're going to be able to use your brain to your advantage in areas that you are more familiar with, in areas that you are interested in. Now, for my meditation today, I actually did a body scan, which I think is like a really good type of meditation for beginners. I don't like to do that meditation every day, but while I was scrolling, I literally just type into YouTube 10-minute guided meditation and just scroll and then choose one. And yeah, I noticed the body scan, and basically, the person doing the guided meditation literally tells you to focus on each individual part of your body, going from the sort of top of your head, and internally feel that part of the body. Yeah, that's the sensation of that part of the body. And then they sort of move down through your body. And yeah, I find it's a really decent meditation that's very good at keeping you focused, and not allowing you to, drift off into whatever thoughts your mind is trying to put into your head. Obviously, I still do drift off at times, and then you just literally bring your attention back to whatever part of the body the guided meditation is on at the time. But yeah, I like the body scan meditations. And yeah, now that my meditation is done, it's time for me to crack on with my workout. If you watched yesterday's video, you'll know that in the gym I was on back and shoulders, although I actually had to finish that workout here at home because I needed to pick Kat up from work. So yeah, today I'm going to crack on with some back stuff. I'm going to do sort of bent over rows, but I'm going to start on my left side with the dumbbells first because my left lat is so much smaller than my right. Then do bent over rows with a barbell. Then I'll probably do some shrugs, and then I think I'll do the sort of bent over rear delt exercise, but where I hold the dumbbells like this rather than like this. And yeah, going to do 2 sets of each as usual, and then dive in my cold shower, and then it's time for breakfast, and then I need to crack on with my really busy day. And you know what? It's got to the point now where I enjoy the fact that I've got a busy day lined up, because I know how proud I'm going to be once I sort of get through the tasks. I know that it's going to be very interesting because I've got a number of different tasks to complete, and I know that staying busy just keeps me away from any negativity. But yeah, we'll get to the work. First, we need to do a workout. All right, well, I've been so busy all day. Thankfully, the weather stayed dry so that I could finish prepping the parts that I've been trying to do for the last couple of days. In fact, I've got a car door on the floor here in my living room. I've also had some packages through the post, so I can crack on with what I need to in terms of getting merchandise sent out. Oh, there's another door here. So yeah, been super busy, but everything's fallen into place, which is going to mean I'm going to be super busy again this evening and tomorrow. I'm just trying to figure out whether I should go boxing tonight. Now, it is going to depend on whether Kat finishes work early, because obviously she's got her car and I've got no way of getting to boxing until she gets back with the car. The other thing is as well, I need to be sorting out the merchandise this evening, and if I go boxing I might end up with a migraine, so I might not be in any fit state to do that. Although realistically I just want to make sure them bits get posted tomorrow, so I could work really hard from early morning tomorrow, and it'll probably go on into tomorrow morning anyway, so there's still scope for me to go to boxing. I've just finished editing the video that I want to put out on the car channel tonight, and all the new merchandise is on the website and stuff ready, because that stuff is getting promoted in this video. And it's now 5:10. That video will be going up at 7, so I still need to do like my description and thumbnail and stuff like that. So if I was able to get all that done quick, and if Kat was able to finish work early enough, I might end up going boxing tonight. Because the other thing is, my friend who's working on my car doing some proper paintwork on the body shell, he's asked if I can give him a hand with a part of the job that is more work than we expected. So, I'm happy to do that to keep the cost down. It's obviously another opportunity for me to film and make content. So yeah, everything is just manic at the moment. And yeah, I'm loving it. I just need to figure out how I'm going to maneuver through everything, what I'm going to do when, etc, etc. But right now, whilst that video file is creating, I'm going to have some lunch because I haven't eaten anything since breakfast, and as I say, it is 5:10. And surprise, surprise, lunch consists of chicken, cheese and lettuce sarnies with a bit of light mayo. And we're having a protein yogurt for afterwards. Oh, and some coffee, because I am a certified coffee crackhead. All right, so after a busy day with me getting everything done that I needed to get the video done on the other channel to release this evening, and then my MacBook let me down. It's something that I should have noticed. For some reason, when I created the file to the video, it cut the end off. It cut half of it off. And I didn't realise until like the last minute. So yeah, I had to recreate a file and re-upload it. And then when I was recreating the file, like it sort of tells you how many minutes are left. And the time was going up like, as the file was getting created. And obviously it should go down, right? So I kept restarting it, and I restarted my computer. You know, I should have left it to do its thing really and just ignored what it was telling me, but I've been in that situation before and I've sort of thought, right, no, leave it, because if I interrupt it, I'll have to start again. And then it's sort of gone wrong, and then I thought to myself, oh, you know, the sign was there. So yeah, in them situations I never know whether to interrupt it and start again or whether to just leave it and hope it'll be all right. Anyway, eventually got the video, you know, re-uploaded, and it was released at 8:30 p.m. I normally like to release my videos at 7 p.m. so not the end of the world. You know, it did go up, but it went up late. And then me and Kat dived into packing all the merch that came today. We've got quite a lot of it done, but yeah, still loads of work left to do, and then I've still got to put everything in the parcels to send to everyone. All the invoices and stuff already printed, but you know, I can crack on with that tomorrow morning. You know, as long as it goes to the post office tomorrow at some point, we'll be good. But right now, at 1 minute to 10, I am on my way to the gym. I didn't make it to boxing today. I was hoping to go to boxing, but and Kat actually got back in time for me to have the car to go to boxing. But you know, with all the grief I was having with my MacBook, that wasn't possible. So yeah, if I'm not going boxing, I'm going to the gym. Ridiculously late. But, you know, this is my last gym session of the week. I've still got one boxing session to do, which I could do tomorrow night, Friday, but Kat's got a work Christmas do and she wants me to come with her, so I'm going to go boxing on Saturday instead, which means I'm not going to be able to do any car stuff that I would have liked to. So I'm actually now already thinking that maybe I can squeeze a couple of hours working on my favourite car tomorrow. So yeah, I'm just staying super busy, loving this manic life, and yeah, you know, getting this gym session done tonight. Although it's not ideal, you know, I'm getting in the gym at 10. It closes at 11, so I've got time to bang out a session. I will be going home late to shower and eat and stuff, so, you know, not ideal, but you know what? If I have a gym session tonight, it means I don't have to go tomorrow. Yeah, it's just got to be done, you know. As I keep saying, my health and fitness is the most important thing. So if that's the case, then, you know, I'm quite willing to go and do these ridiculously late gym sessions if I need to, you know. But yeah, today's been manic. And now I'm about to go hard on an arm and chest session, which is my favourite, to be honest. But yeah, planning to do a full arm and chest session. Not sure if I'm going to do incline walk or exercise bike for a warm-up, but yeah, then I'll be banging out 5 machines is the plan. Alright, arm and chest session done, although not completed. It's now 1 minute past 11. I just about got one set of the bicep curls and then it was closing time. So yeah, done everything except the full 4 sets plus 2 drop sets on the bicep curls. So I'll just add some bicep curls to what I'm going to be doing in the morning at home, which will be a shoulder session. Because I do back and shoulders together in the gym, and I like to follow on at home the next day with whatever I've done in the gym the day before. But I sort of split the back and shoulder on my at-home sessions. So, for instance, this morning I did some back, kind of did some shoulders as well because of rear delt, but you know, what I call a back session, and then the shoulder session I'll delay until tomorrow. So then that will mean that my sort of morning follow-up arm and chest session will be the day after tomorrow. But I will throw in some bicep curls tomorrow to make up for what I missed tonight. Hope that makes sense. But yeah, I was sort of rushing towards the end, and when I got on the seated dips, I normally do 150 on there, and I had to drop it to 120. I was pretty fatigued by then, my shoulders especially, like, it's annoying that my muscles can handle more than my shoulder joint can. You know, I need to be careful, I don't want to sort of injure myself. But yeah, the boxing is harsh on the shoulders, so I do have to, you know, look after my shoulders, and I don't do it enough, to be honest. I should be taking my ego out of the equation and going really light on anything that strains my shoulders. But anyway, yeah, on the seated dips, had to drop it to 120, and I'm trying to sort of have hardly any rest because I wanted to try and squeeze in the full amount of sets on the bicep curls, but alas, I didn't manage to do that anyway. Yeah, feels good. I feel like I'm able to sort of hit my chest better now, you know, on the chest flyers and, you know, the chest press. I always sort of used to struggle to actually feel those machines actually activating my chest. So, you know, I must be improving with my form somewhat. It's kind of annoying, again, that, you know, the amount of weight I want to move on the chest press is too much for me to get going because of my shoulders. I have to sort of stand up and like lock my arms. I look like a bit of an idiot, really, getting it going. Yeah, because if I go light so that it's sort of easy to get it going, then I feel like I'm not giving my chest, you know, the weight that it needs, you know. Yeah, really cool gym session as always. So glad that I went despite how late it is, and yeah, looking forward to getting home now and having something to eat and having a shower, or having a shower and then having something to eat. Yeah, a lot later than ideal, but it is what it is. Now, much like today, tomorrow is going to be another day where I'm going to be cramming as much as I can in. It's going to be super busy, just the way I like it. I need to obviously finish packing the merch. I'm tempted to go home and carry on with it tonight, but I think it's going to be more wise to just focus on eating, focus on having a shower, and focus on getting to bed and cracking back on with that in the morning. Get it all wrapped up as quick as I can. Obviously, I've had more orders in now because I launched some new merch in the video that I put out today, but you know, I'm not complaining. It's all good. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave the work alone, crack on with it in the morning, and I really, really want to squeeze in some work on my favourite car that's in the garage at home. I need to take the engine apart and hopefully figure out exactly why it hasn't been running properly through this time. So yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be looking to cram in as much as I can, and you know, need to have a beard trim and a haircut, and then I can accompany my beautiful girlfriend to her work Christmas do, which will be really cool. You know, it's going to be an event where people are drinking and stuff, and you know, it's not really an issue for me. Potentially it is, you know, I'm a drug addict, but yeah, it's, you know, it's another opportunity for me to, you know, be strong, be this new sober man that doesn't have to get wasted, you know, put myself into what is an uncomfortable situation for me, you know, social settings and stuff. So yeah, looking forward to that. But yeah, I think I'm actually going to end this video here, and then I can just go home and focus on showering and eating. But yeah, as always, massive thanks to everyone who's tuned in. I hope it's been somewhat helpful or motivational. Feel free to say hello in the comments. Let me know whereabouts you are in your self-improvement journey, you know. I'm always eager to hear from other people out there that are trying to better themselves in any way. And yeah, you know, I get messages regularly from people saying that these videos help, you know, inspire people, and you know what, that's awesome, because messages of positivity and just making these videos in general really, really, really do help me with my journey as well. So yeah, that's all I've got for you, but I'll be back for another video tomorrow, so I'll chat to you then.